We have been telling you about the very dangerous meeting taking place in Davos, Switzerland right now, the World Economic Forum. Innocuous name, although, but it's nothing short of a gathering of global billionaires with a stated goal of turning the world into a single global economy and government. There is no greater threat to American sovereignty than the World Economic Forum. Look at their mission statement right there. It's all spelled out right there on their website in plain sight for everyone to see. That, folks, is socialism, the Great Reset. Think about that. Begs the question, why do we in America need a reset? We're the most prosperous and the most powerful nation on the planet. We're doing just fine, thank you very much. But look at the ways the billionaire socialists meeting in Switzerland would even the playing field, is what they say, for countries not as strong and healthy as the United States.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room.
At the opening of the annual Davos gathering, 2 other European elites declared that the global energy crisis is a transition that will be painful for most, but should not be resisted by nations tempted to preserve their own sovereignty over the global agenda. That is a global socialism, defined. Government dictating outcomes. That's a direct assault on our way of life in America. We are prosperous and successful because of our free markets and because we've been able to keep government out of the way. But that's a daily struggle here in the United States, where Democrats, like cockroaches, continuously try to creep into more and more of our lives. As a libertarian, I could not be more alarmed by anything as much as the World Economic Forum and their blatantly evil stated goal of the Great Reset, what it poses to America. These communists want America to pick up the tab for everything, for all the countries who haven't worked hard for success the way we have. They want America to pick up the tab for all the countries in the world who haven't sacrificed blood and treasure defending the free market and capitalism. All those American lives lost protecting our freedoms and liberties. And these fools think we're going to give it away, our hard-earned, hard-fought American dream for free. Why? Because some German billionaires are demanding it? Or else? Or else what, Klaus? I want to play a few clips from this year's Socialism Convention in Davos, just so you know what we're up against. While I run through a few of these outrageous demands these people are exerting on the United States, I want you to realize Biden and Canada's Trudeau are fully on board, at the ready, so to speak, to bring America and Canada into the socialist fold utopia, and therefore destroy our great American dream, which, by the way, Canada, you ungrateful clowns, should be thanking us for your success. The only reason you thrive is because of your proximity to our American way of life. So go screw yourself, Trudeau, socialist clown. Don't you have some blackface party to attend? And Biden, you fool, wake the hell up and push back from this agenda before you screw that up too, just like gas prices, inflation, the border, our national security, crime, and just about everything else you touch. Again, folks, I'll run through a few of these dangerous ideas by these dangerous people repeating their awful ideas for us here in America. But first, it's worth repeating the head honcho of the group, Klaus Schwab, tell the world his intention for a reset, and he will hold the power when this reset happens. Again, while you watch these clips, think to yourselves, do I really want these people dictating my future right here in Charleston or Omaha or Bakersfield or Cleveland or Waco? These globalists want to turn our sovereignty into their socialist dream. Look at this guy, Klaus Schwab. He holds the reins to the New World Order he so desperately wants. He'll alter the current order to redefine the world in a new world order, a world order where America no longer sits on top, but simply finances Klaus Schwab's dream of a socialist utopia. He'll be the ruler, an unelected foreigner. And what are we supposed to agree on this nonsense? Well, here's the how-to of their evil plan. Listen to this.
We have to stick to global markets. If we are now, and this is a tendency I feel everywhere in the world, also in my country as well, also in Europe, if we are now saying, okay, first of all, Germany and other countries are caring for themselves, then we will increase the crisis. When I mentioned open markets, I like to stress out that the rules of the markets, they have to change. So the globalization, I think deglobalization is a wrong phrase. We shouldn't admit to that. We have to stick that we collaborate in one world and have some solidarity in the world. But therefore, we have to change the rule of the markets as well.
One world order. You getting it, folks? Here, a German chancellor tells us how they will accomplish this goal. Simply stated, we should all push back on the notion that we work for ourselves when we really work for them, the collective. Again, that's socialism defined. And here, some Norwegian finance person, when discussing high energy prices, Kirsten Breithen, suggests the pain is worth it.
We need to accept that there will be some pain in the process. The pace that we need will open up for missteps. It will open up for shortages on energy. It will create inflationary pressures, and maybe we need to start talking about that pain is actually worth it.
Got it, the green agenda popping up. At this point, before going further, perhaps we need to remind people our own idiot-in-chief had similar thoughts a couple of days ago.
And when it comes to the gas prices, we're going through an incredible transition that is taking place that, God willing, when it's over, will be stronger and the world will be stronger and less reliant on fossil fuels when this is over.
Wow. Get that? You're paying through the nose at the pump because we'll be less reliable on fossil fuels when this is over. It's the same rhetoric. World Economic Forum, Joe Biden. They want to track our every move, too. Again, to ensure compliance.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Don't rush, my friend. That's great. They want to track where we go, who we are with, 0.0 privacy. But they also want to know what medications we take and presumably everything we eat, drink, and consume.
It is basically biological chip that it is in the tablet. And once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet. So imagine the applications of that, compliance.
Imagine, take the tablet, you comply. See what's it? And how are they going to pay for all this? That's a good question. Well, with a global tax, of course.
Rise in billionaires has been, unprecedented during the pandemic, and there's been several sectors where that has been mostly concentrated, and one is, in fact, the pharma sector, because COVID has been one of the most profitable products ever. So that's one point to discuss, and our report out today is called Profiting from Pain.
Yeah, profiting from pain. That means Americans will bear the brunt of the costs associated with these Dr. Evil's corrupt plans to take over the world, again, at our expense. And after the Great Reset takes place, what if we don't want to play along with their new world dominance, their new world game? Well, there's an app for that.
We are finding ourselves in a place where we have increasing polarization everywhere, and everything feels binary when it doesn't need to be. So I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, from freedom of speech to the freedom to, to be free from online violence.
So there it is, folks, the Great Reset, a global dominance plan executed by a group of foreign and domestic terrorist billionaires who want us to pay for the right to be subservient to their world order. No thanks. But this could be the scariest idea of all. These evil people want to actually control what we think. That's right. Pfizer CEO says the quiet part out loud.
It is basically biological chip that it is in the tablet. And once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet.
We heard him already. Come on out.
So imagine
Again,
the application.
As your liberal utopian socialist dream, Mr. Klaus, Mr. Trudeau, Mr. Biden, hard pass on that.